Hey, how y'all doing? My name's Draven, and I'm here to show you the progression of my character, how it's been going, and the big changes that happened since the last video. It actually does shift the build into another paradigm or another dimension, so to speak, in a grandiose terms. I won't say it's 100% uptime on crit now. This is going to change what gear we want, because Lucky Hit now even becomes even more mandatory. I got the suggestion from someone on Discord. I'll put his name in the description of this video, so give him some credit for helping me out here. But basically, we're going to just go over the gear and the changes. Last time we had the Aspect Blood Howl and the Amulet to give us base crit. We don't really need that anymore because we're first going to move Grizzly Rage onto the Amulet, and you're going to see why in a second. And that's because this aspect right here changes everything. Earthern Might key passive also applies to your Storm skills, and since both Claw and Storm Strike are, Storm, this applies to them. And you might be wondering, well, okay, what is that? Well, let's just see here. Skill tree. Alright, Earthern Might. And a Lucky Hit has a 5% chance to proc Earthern Might, which guarantees everything to crit, to restore full energy, and yeah, that's ridiculous. This also gets increased by every 10% crits, or like essentially the chances increase 10% for crits and 10% if they're immobilized or knockback or stunned. So this increases the Lucky Hit chance to potentially even 25, and we're most likely going to always be 25, meaning this is going to have a really high uptime. We have high Lucky, and since base Lucky's 50 plus the Storm Strike with the chains, which gives it around 100 already, 25 of that, you're going to have this a lot. And now that I know this, and we don't need to scale much crit on the gear, this means Lucky Hit is huge for uptime and feeling. And now increased damage becomes like any increase to of course increase to Vuln, but increase to mobilize or like stunned or crowd control, that's pretty big. Increase to close enemies. Any generic increased damage is really good now because we're going to solve our crit issues there. So no need to get crit. Attack speed's like super important, probably number one or right next to Lucky Hit. So those are the major changes. I'll just go over all the gear. Found me a new helmet with a basic skill, attack speed, high roll, max life. Cooldown it's a decent one, but it's mainly for the max life, basic attack, and a little bit of armor, low roll. Chest piece, already a good chest piece I showed last video, but you can just see the aspects. The Earthern Might's a big change here. Lucky Hit chance, attack speed, crit. Crit's not a bad stat, as you saw. If you crit, the lucky chance base of Earthern Might goes up, so still a good stat. Of course, these unique pants from the last video, necessary. Boots, got some new boots, just total armor and werewolf, huge amount of percent. You want that stat on your boots for sure. You also want on your amulet if you can get it. Same staff. This is the build enabler. Changed the amulet Grizzly Rage. This is an insane amulet. I've been rolling on it and I haven't got anything good on the rolls. This is pretty bad on the roll, but like +3 is basically like, I want to say 12% more damage. So 12% more damage, 21% reduced from close, 6% armor. If I can get a good roll, it's already 3 mil to roll this thing, so it's expensive. If I can get a good roll on that, it's a really good amulet. Moving on here, Vuln damage. This is actually just a solid ring. Actually, no, this is the one I wanted to replace. Sorry, this is the solid ring. But yeah, essentially these things didn't change too much. I got a really good aspect roll here with high damage and high Lucky Hit proc, so it's way more common. This is the bread and butter of the build, as I said last time. Yeah. So what I'm planning on doing, as soon as I get verified to send links, I will make a more detailed guide and put notes and stuff in the description for it. I don't think this is by far the best Druid build. I think it's a great melee variant of the werewolf. It's gonna like be one of the better ones for that. But there is better storm druid. There's gonna be some crazy storm druids coming out with tornado procs, and it's gonna feel very similar to this, but it's gonna probably have more AOE, more sustained, better group play. Those are gonna be better if you really want to go for high end. But if you want a melee, true melee, high attack speed, really good single, like I think this could be one of the best single targets for sure. But single target in this game, it's not that crazy. You want clear speed for sure. The way I'm noticing it, that amps up your paragon glyphs faster, gets even more power, and then you'll probably outscale the single target build. So I would rate it let's give it a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 of a build. It's got problems, but so does most. I'd put werebear maybe just as equal, if not a little bit better, for sure. A good werebear build is gonna probably outscale this. Probably not in terms of single target, but in like just overall gameplay, it's gonna feel better to set up, easier to set up. It's not based on lucky hit, so you can get really unlucky sometimes. So yeah, I'll be releasing that guide here shortly, and yeah, take care.